Hello, in this video I'll explain how to create forms in Medlium and fill them in. First you go to the Forms tab on the left side, then you press the plus button. Here you have an option to start with a new blank form or to start with something that you've already created but you want to create a new version of it. If you already have a lot of it already filled out, you press one of these others. So you hit new blank form. Title it here, call it Form W, and public and private is basically exactly what it says. Anyone can see and copy this form, so anybody who's also using Medlium can see your form and use it for their own practice if it's exactly what they need. And private is only your organization can see that form. So those are the two options you have. So hit save. Now here it starts out with the name of the form as an automatic header. So usually will be what you'd want at the top. If you don't want that, you can click on it and delete it or rename it. Just to show you how you would name it, we'll go ahead and make another one called header, and you click on this text box up here and make sure you're on the fields part, not in the insert or form. Field is where it has this text box, and you type in something like patient history. And there, you're done with that. And other things that you can add in is yes or no boxes. You often see questions phrased like this: answer the following, yes or no. Now you most likely want to just keep the answer the following for this, so you could just leave that alone if you like, or you can always change it to the same way as before. And then you can change the choices, first choice, second choice, and third choice there by going to choices. So you see third choice, choices, and click on choices, click on the add button, and on this line you can say drinks with an I, drinks, smokes, other drugs. Save. Close. So you have yes or no on each of those. You click. I can go ahead and change this to something that may be a little bit more applicable. Which of the following do you partake in? Or something like that. Lots of typos. And go ahead and click that. Now we can go back to insert and look at some other things that you can insert in. Other ones that are sort of like the yes or no is the check boxes, the multiple choice. Those are different, but basically the same format. You can change the leading question and then the choices. You can also add a signature which can be signed in the form. It can either be signed with the cursor. Let's see. Add another header and paragraph text. And you basically edit it exactly the same way you edit everything else. So we'll just say what brought you to our office today. Something like that's pretty common, usually with words spelled correctly. Alright. Let me go back to insert. You can even add another page to the form. You can name the new page. Just go ahead and name it page 2. And you can add new things onto this page. This is a signature line, just in case you wanted to have another one on the back. And you can always change the sign to something else, like patient signature. Or something like for office use only, or something like that. Insert, just see what else we can put in there. That about covers everything for inserting things into the field. Now change the name of the form. You just go to form and you can change the name right there, or you can go to edit pages and you can change the first page or the second page or delete them. And that's our finished form. You can see the check mark up here means that it's already all been saved, and so you can safely close without losing anything. And you can even go back and open it and see that it's all still there, even on page 2. Now to fill out this form in a patient profile, you just go to a patient. We'll go over to someone, Jim Beam, sure, or Tiffany Beardsley. This mouse isn't very good, so if you click on forms, form W, which is the form that we just created. You can then fill in all of these different options. Hitting edit. Say yes, yes, no. Tap to sign. I'll go ahead and sign. Do my best with this mouse. Artistic signature. Let's see what brought you to our office today. Was feverish. You can go to page 2 and can even sign with a different color. Let's assume this is someone else's signature. And you close. And it's showing up on the patient's timeline history that they have all the different form. They would have all the different forms that they filled out once you filter down to forms here. For this patient, it's just this one. And that's how you fill out the form. And that's how you create and edit and fill out forms in Medlium.